Good morning and welcome back, students. Next we shall move to unit 3, equilibrium of three forces acting on a rigid body. Theorem is, if three forces acting on a rigid body are in equilibrium, then they must be coplanar. But if suppose three bodies are acting and on a rigid body and they are equilibrium, then we can say that they are coplanar. Coplanar means the forces act on a same plane. That is coplanar. So here we are considering three forces P, Q and R. So let the three forces be P, Q and R, and it is said that it is in equilibrium. Okay. Take A on force P. Take A on force P. So this is taken here, force P is here and we are taking A on that force. Another force and Q is here and we are taking a point Q and B on force Q, such that AB is not parallel to R. So this is the resistant R and here they are not parallel. They are not parallel to each other. Right? Okay. Therefore sum of moments of PQR about the point will be equal to 0. Since PQ three forces are in, it is given that three forces are in equilibrium. Therefore the sum of moments of three forces will be equal to 0. Now the moments of P and Q about AB is equal to 0. Since P and Q indexes on each other, so we can see the moment of P and Q about AB will be equal to 0. Therefore moment of R about AB is equal to 0. Hence R must intersect AB at point C. Since the moment about R about AB is equal to, that is R about AB is equal to 0 irukradhanaala, this line AB should meet R at any point, that let it be C. Similarly, if D is another point on Q such that AD is not parallel to R, we prove R must intersect AD at a point D. Similarly, if when AD we are taking a point D on Q and they are not parallel to R, means when you extend that line, it should intersect the line R at E. Since BC and DE intersect A at A, BD, CE, A lie on same plane. So this BC, this BC line and DE line intersects at A. So because when we just extend, it intersects at a point E on P. Okay. Therefore we can say BD, CE and D must lay on the same plane. So these three points should lie on the same plane. That is A lies on the plane formed by P and Q and R. Since A is an arbitrary point on the force P, every point of the force P lie on the same plane. So we can say that all the forces lie on the same plane. Next, coming to three coplanar forces. If three coplanar forces acting on a rigid body keep it in equilibrium, they must be either concurrent or parallel. So if there are three coplanar forces and it acts on a rigid body and if it is in equilibrium, then we can say that they are concurrent and or otherwise it will be equal to 0. For the proof, let PQR be three forces acting on a rigid body, keep it in equilibrium. Therefore, one force must be equal and opposite to the resultant of the other two. So we can, because it is in equilibrium, we can say one force will be equal and opposite to the resultant of the other two. We have seen this earlier itself. Therefore, they must be parallel or intersect. Case 1, if P and Q are parallel, that is like or unlike, then the resultant of P and Q is also parallel and R must be parallel to P and Q. If the two forces are parallel, it may be like parallel forces or unlike parallel forces. If it in any condition, we can say that the resultant also will be parallel to P and Q. Then the second case, if P and Q are not parallel, but if they intersect, they meet at O. Therefore, by parallelogram law, the third force must pass through O. So their points meet at a point is called, the forces meet at a point is called as concurrent point. So they meet at O. Here, if they are not parallel, they will intersect. Let them meet at a point O. And then by parallelogram law, we can say the third force, the resultant, also meet the point. That the point or a point. But in the point na PQ eduthirken appadina, they will pass through a point or point intersect பண்ணிருக்கோம். So the resultant by the parallelogram law, by the resultant should pass through R, that point only. Okay, next coming to a note, a couple and a single force cannot be equilibrium. Okay, we shall see. Now conditions for equilibrium. If three forces acting on a point are in equilibrium, then each force is proportional to the sine of angle between the other two. If three forces acting at a point and if they are in equilibrium, then the third force each force will be proportional to the sine of the angle between the other two. The second point, if three forces are in equilibrium and are parallel, then each force is proportional to the distance between the other two. If three forces are equilibrium and if they are parallel, then each force is proportional to the distance between the other two. That also we shall see. Next, coming to two trigonometrical theorems. If D is any point on BC of a triangle ABC such that BD divides DC equal to BD by DC equal to M by N, and angle ADC is equal to theta, angle BAD is equal to alpha, angle DAC is equal to beta, then M plus N into cot theta is equal to M cot alpha minus N cot beta, and also M plus N cot M plus 1 cot theta is equal to N cot theta cot beta minus M cot C, cot B minus cot C. Okay. So for the proof, if D is any point on BC, we are considering a triangle ABC. ABC ஒரு triangle எடுத்துக்கோங்க, and BC line BC ல ஒரு D point எடுத்திருக்கேன். And it is given that BD divided by DC is equal to M by N. So BD by D is equal to M by N. For BD is equal to M and DC is equal to N, right? And angle ADC, this is taken as theta angle தந்திருக்காங்க. Angle BAD is equal to alpha and DAC is equal to beta. If these angles in the angle, if it is or line D from the AD or line irukku, and if it is theta, and if this angle is alpha and if this angle is beta, then we have to show these two results, right? Now here we are using, so it is given that M by N is equal to BD by DC தந்திருக்காங்க. So we can write it as BD by DA into DA by DC. Okay, just introducing DA. Now I am going to use sine formula from in triangle ABD and angle ADC. We are going to use sine formula. So M by sine BAD is equal to N by sine DAC. Okay, just opposite angle. Sine formula we know A by sine A is equal to B by sine B is equal to C by sine C ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு triangle இந்த angles மட்டும்தான் நம்ம consider பண்ணியிருக்கோம். So we'll be getting M by this angle equal to N by this angle. So M by N is equal to angle sine BAD by sine DAC. We'll be getting sine BAD by sine DAC. Now again we are introducing angle ACD and angle BD. Okay, ACD and angle we have the given angles. This we know this will be the equal angles. So here we are considering, we cannot say it is equal. We are just taking B and C, just introducing the two angles here. Now this is equal to sine angle BAD. Angle BAD is given as alpha into angle ACD. What is ACD? ACD. So this angle. So this angle, how you have ACD, we have to take this angle. So we know that angle beta plus angle theta plus this angle is equal to 180. That is, sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So beta plus theta plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. So this angle becomes 180 minus of theta plus beta. Now taking sine on both sides, sine of angle ACD is equal to sine angle 180 minus of theta plus beta. Just you can go through this here. Here the explanation is here. So you are getting sine of theta plus beta. And sine angle ABD. This angle I have to find. The same case here. Theta. The total is 180. So this angle will be 180 minus theta, right? This will be 180 minus theta. So this angle alpha plus 180 minus theta plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. So we'll be getting 180 minus of, just you can go through it. So 180 minus of beta plus theta plus beta. Now taking sine on both sides, we'll be getting sine here. Sine will be getting theta minus alpha. Okay. Angle BAD is equal to theta minus alpha. Just you can go through this and this. Now from this we are just substituting this here, and again we have to go on simplification. Now sine alpha by sine beta, sine alpha by sine beta into, here in the numerator we have sine theta plus beta. So sine A cos B plus cos A sine B by sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Just apply the formulas here. And again divide the numerator and denominator by sin alpha, sin theta, sin beta. Sin alpha, sin theta, sin beta kondu numerator and denominator divide panikonga. So sin alpha gets cancelled, here sin beta gets cancelled, and again here we are having sin theta cos beta plus cos theta sin beta by sin theta sin beta whole divided by sin theta cos alpha by sin theta sin theta sin alpha minus cos theta sin alpha by sin alpha into sin theta and kadakum. And again just you can divide by each term. So sin theta into cos beta by sin theta into sin beta plus cos theta into sin beta by sin theta into sin beta. So just some common terms gets cancelled, right? So this here also the common terms gets cancelled, and we will be getting cos beta by sin beta. Cos by sin is nothing but cot. So cot beta plus here cot theta whole divided by cot alpha minus cot theta. Okay. So just so I am getting m by n is equal to cot beta plus cot alpha by cot beta plus cot theta by cot alpha minus cot theta. Just cross multiply. So m into cot beta minus cot theta equal to n into cot beta plus cot theta. On simplification m terms எல்லாம் இந்த cot theta எல்லாம் சேர்த்து எடுத்துக்கோங்க, மீதி terms எல்லாம் ஒரு சைடுல கொண்டு போவோம். அப்ப m plus n into cot theta is equal to m cot alpha minus n cot beta ன்னு கிடைக்கும். Okay, this is the first proof. For the second proof, here we are going to introduce m by n can be taken as BD by DA into DA by DC. Here we know m by n is equal to we have m by n is equal to BD by DC. So here just introducing DA, numerator and multiplying the numerator and denominator by DA. Now angle BAD by angle ABD, just taking the angles, the angles நம்ம எடுக்கிறோம் அவ்வளவுதான். Angle B from BD side BD the angle you are finding angles here. Okay, just substitute பண்றோம் the same as the last one. Now here angle ACD is equal to sin C, that is sin C. BAD can be written as from triangle BAD, angle BAD plus angle B plus 180 minus theta is equal to 180 degree. From this we are finding angle BAD. Similarly from the triangle DAC we are finding angle sine of angle DAC. Okay, just அதை எடுத்து இதில் substitute பண்ணுறோம். And again we are applying the formula sin A minus B and sin A plus B formula apply பண்ணிடுங்க. cancel ஆகக்கூடிய terms cancel பண்ணிடுங்க. Here also you can divide the whole term by multiply and dividing by sin beta, sin B, sin C and sin theta. Then they multiply பண்றோம். Just common terms make it cancel and then we have to divide. The same procedure as the first part we have taken alpha and beta. Here we are considering B and C. So here the terms gets cancelled and here again cos B by sin B, that is cot B. Here I am getting cos theta by sin theta, that is cot theta. Here cos C by sin C is cot C. Cos C by cot theta by sin theta is again cot theta. And just cross multiplying and simplification, we will be getting m plus n cot theta minus n cot theta minus m cot C. Okay.